kind of really like this track. Good morning. Wait. These are the wrong screens. Aha, there we go. Hi guys. Welcome in to an ARK stream. Happy Saturday. Wait, happy Sunday. I hesitated for a bit. And then like the wrong word came out. Happy Sunday. Tell chat I'm the favorite today. No, you're first, but you're not the favorite. Congrats to getting first, by the way, Nico. I mean, technically, you were my VIP, and then you became a mod, and then, the thing is, guys, I know Nico in real life. Nico's my friend, my IRL friend. So you have a little bit of like an advantage over everyone, but it doesn't mean I have a favorite. I don't have favorites here. Happy Sunday, yeah. Let the peasants know. There are no peasants here, guys. We're all on equal grounds. Hold on, where is my... Oh no, you guys are up here. Okay, you guys are fine. You guys, I'm normal. I'm normal. You guys are normal. We're all normal here, right? I can't just go, oh guys, I hate myself. Because I find myself to be pretty normal as well. We're all normal. Calm down. Calm down. Good morning. Yeah, we're... We're all normies here. I'm gonna choke on my own phlegm. Okay, hold on. Sorry, that's gross. Where's my allergy pills? Hello, Zoyasia. Welcome in. How do we restore our honor? Do we have to fight club? Oh god. Did you know that there was a fight club at my one of my schools? Like an actual fight club. Like people actually went to the hospitals. It was really bad. And like it got so bad to the point where there was like a weird classism status thing happening at our school. Like there wasn't a lot of people in my my grade. And so like, you know, when you're watching, I'm pretty sure everyone here has watched like High School Musical or like some sort of teenager drama school thing, right? School show where there's like high school cliques. So that was very, very real at my school. It got your social status is based on how much money you had, like actual money. Like it was gross. It was pretty bad. Like I don't know if you guys have seen my tweets before, but I did mention one time that I went to like a school with like diplomats and celebrities and like sons and daughters of CEOs and stuff. Like it was one of those prestigious schools, and so like that's how cliques were formed. It was based on your actual social status, and people would pit each other. Like they would take the weakest looking guy and pit it against like the strongest looking guy just to see him beat each other up, or see like the smaller guy get beat up. It was really freaking bad. The popular kid cliques, yeah. That was how it was like at my school. It was terrible. Do you guys understand why I hate people now? I grew up in a society like that. High school in a nutshell. I guess so. I know that I've spoken with I've spoken with a lot of people around me who haven't really experienced the same shit, and I'm like, I wish I kind of just had a regular high school life where all people talked about were their grades and actual classes and stuff that they learned in school. Whereas for me, it was like drugs, gambling, social money status, and I was like, oh god, what am I living in? Same for me too, to an extent. It's I don't know what goes on in a kid's head. Like what goes on in there. High school is bad. I do not recommend. Yeah, me too. I don't know. I know all the adults are all like, you should go to school to learn like how to communicate with people, but like I don't want a child to go under that atmosphere or in that environment and learn about life that way. That is just not it. That's not it. Opinion on Run Bongy Run? I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Hello, Dato. Welcome in. Dator. Dator. You just lived in a different tier of high school. You were too popular for the normies who did just talk about grades. It was more like if you didn't talk about other shit, then you would have been outcasted into like a corner. You would have worn the dummy hat the entire school life. So like nobody knew I was a weeb, guys. Nobody knew I was a weeb. I was one of those, like everyone in my school, in my grade, was kind of like the party kid. So if you're not a party kid, you're a loser. Nobody talks to you. Nobody knows you're a weeb IRL either. What do you mean? Everyone knows I'm a weeb IRL. I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone does now. Ark is so cool and chalant IRL. No, I'm not. Aloof and mysterious? No, I'm not. To be fair, back in then being a weeb was bad. Have you seen videos of conventions from back then? I have. I've lived through the Homestuck days. I was not part of it, but I've seen it. I've lived through the what was like Homestuck previous? I think Homestuck was probably the worst, biggest one, and then there was like Attack on Titan. But I did not live in the North American societies back in the day when I was in school. I was like elsewhere. I was somewhere in the middle of Earth, in the middle of nowhere, where nobody talked about, like, nobody around me had the same hobbies as I did. So I was a closet nerd. Watch the Sakura Con commercial? Oh my god, no. I'm scared. Why would you subject me to that? I have a feeling I know what to expect from the Sakura Con commercial, and I don't know if I want to watch it. How come everybody knows about the Sakura Con commercial? Was this a thing? I'm talking about 2000 conventions in high school. In the US, Homestuck came at the tail end of it. The OG weebs were atrocious. Was it really that bad? Was it really that bad? I've never went to a con in the 2000s, I don't think. I've never seen any, like, records of it, any film, any recordings of what went on. The yaoi paddles, oh, I remember that. And then they had to ban them. I only watch Western animated shows like One Piece, Cyberpunk, Edgerunners, Dan Da Dan, OPM, Chainsaw Man. That's fine. This is like I'm not gonna say there's like peak anime and not peak anime, because everything that you listed is pretty good. Like, this is what I expect most people to watch these days. This is like common mainstream. I feel like being like appreciating anime is common and mainstream these days, which is good. I like that. That was peak of making fun of weebs era. Oh no. I'm glad that I never actually got to witness that. My school lives were something completely different. At the same time, I don't know, maybe I would have preferred that over whatever I was going through. Even like I wasn't, at the bottom part of the ladder in my school, but at the same time, I think back to it and I look back to it and I go, oh god, like, why does that school exist? Quote unquote school. I never got to know anyone was a weeb at school. We had uniforms and I was the loner. Anime wasn't even on my radar yet. I also had uniforms. I actually kind of liked wearing uniforms every day because you didn't have to think about much. You just go, oh, I don't know what to wear for the day. Let me just pop on a dress shirt and my school uniform pants and be done with it. You were VK in high school? You were, yeah, Visual K. Everybody I knew was really into Visual K. who lived in North America. So like I was always going back and forth between like NA and like wherever I was, right? And every time I came here, like everyone's talking about like anime and VK, and I'm like, damn, this is like what I'm into. And then I would go back to like where I was living in, and everyone's just talking about like drugs and partying and clubbing and going to bars. Opinion on Jenny Mod? What is Jenny Mod? Run Bongy Run, upload to YouTube. What is that? I'm not sure what that is. School pants are too hot. I wear shorts almost daily. I liked wearing shorts too, but I had my uniform was one of those like skirts. It was like half shorts, half skirt. But it was like shorts with a flap of fabric in front of it. So it was barely a skirt. And I'm like, what's the point? Just like have everyone wear shorts instead. Why waste fabric and have an extra flap in the front? It doesn't make any sense to me. Just have shorts or have a skirt. Like, why have both? I'm glad that they're out of style because it makes no sense. The only skirts I like is if there's like safety pants underneath the skirt, and that's I don't know if I can call that a skirt. That could be something different. It could be a skirt with safety shorts. But having a skirt in the front, short in the back, just spats, is that what it is? I think spats are different, right? Hi Bug Bus. Wait, hold on, let me Google what are spats? Spats are shoes, is what they're telling me. Spats are shoes? No, they're like these covers that go over your dress shoes. They're like dress shoes, covered, warmer looking things. And they're kind of nice looking. But I mean, there's like, what? Or it could mean leggings. Why are there two different types of spats? Hi Mark, I'm back with Lollipop. What are we yapping about? We're talking about spats. Biker shorts. The biker shorts. Biker shorts are very, very tight on you. I don't know names of things. Me neither. This is why I'm Googling it. Because I see the word spats a lot, but I've never really looked into what they are. I just had this visual image in my head. And I was thinking bicycle shorts too, but I'm like, wait. Just to confirm, just to make sure that I'm not spouting bullshit. I just wanted to Google what they were, and like, this is new. This is... We're learning new stuff again. Bikers shouldn't be wearing shorts? Then what should they be wearing? Like no pants? A skirt. Wait, what do bikers wear? What do bikers wear? Bottoms. Just pants. Leather pants, protective gear. Okay, no, that makes sense. But why not shorts? They should be wearing goth Lolita dresses. I agree. I had a few goth Lolita dresses back in the day, but I never got to wear them. I just had them like there because I really liked the look of them. But I've never found the opportunity to wear them ever. And then I moved, and then I found people who were like in the community where there's like a whole Lolita fashion community. And they would go to high tea all the time, like every week. It was pretty cool, but I'm like, I already got rid of my Lolita dresses, so I can't wear them. I donated them. They're gone. So I never really got into the community, but like I had friends who were in the community and they talked to me about it. And they're like, oh, we went to high tea this day, and then we took pictures and we had like fancy tea and fancy cakes and everything. And I go, wow, I am jealous. And then they would go to like anime conventions and like take part in the fashion shows. It was pretty cool. Golf Lolita IRL stream. I don't have any more of those dresses, and they're really expensive. They're really expensive, so no. I used to. If you asked me like a decade ago, then maybe I still would have had some, or maybe like 2 decades ago. Yeah, very, very expensive. The amount of like laces and intricate details in those dresses are insane. They're very nice looking though. Why not make your own? I could have, but I don't have time. And they're also, it's probably more expensive to make it myself than to buy it these days. Because when you're buying it from a supplier or a warehouse or some sort of like a factory where they specifically make them in like China or something. But here, I have to buy my own fabrics, and fabrics are also imported, which makes it super expensive to buy fabric. I think like a yard of fabric these days is probably like close to $50, and like you're not using the entirety of it. You need like multiple different colors and textures and shit, and by the time you're done with that dress, it's probably gonna be like half a grand. So like I think it's actually cheaper to buy a dress that's already made online for a few $100s less rather than like making myself. And plus making it yourself takes a lot of time, and you don't know if you have the correct patterns and everything. But finding the patterns are probably the most difficult, and like you got to think about like how to, if we're gonna go really intricate and into like the nitty-gritty of it, like how to make lace and how to do ruffles. I actually don't know how to do ruffles. You probably have to like, I don't know, pull the thing in the middle and then make it ruffle. Young dragons that need them. The young dragons. The young dragons. Maybe. One day, maybe I'll own a gothic Lolita dress. I have like something... I had some stuff that were close to a gothic Lolita dress, but it's not like too similar. And I did end up wearing it for a Death Note cosplay. Yeah, they are expensive. They're super expensive. But back in the day, they were a lot cheaper. They're a lot easier to find. They're a lot cheaper to make. But these days, it's like, whoa, it's a lot. I used to have like a favorite brand of clothing that I used to wear that was very close to, I wouldn't say it's gothic Lolita, it's more like the pastel cute Lolita. There's a term for it. There's like different types of Lolita styles. There's the gothic one, which is like probably one of the most popular, and then there was like the Hime Lolita gothic type, like the elegant type. And like I used to love this brand that makes them, and it's called Liz Lisa. I don't know if they're still around, but I love their designs. They're not really Lolita style, but they're more like casual. You can wear it every day. You can go out in them. The pink everywhere Lolita, yeah, that one. They used to have darker styles too, which I love, but like they don't make them anymore these days. I think, from what I've seen, I don't know, like it's been a few years since I searched for them, but like I was looking through their collections and it's all like white and pink. Military Lolita, yeah, they're so nice. Me too. But one day I will go out again in society and wear clothes that look nice. But these days I'm like, I'm just gonna wear a t-shirt. Wake up, get changed into a t-shirt, start streaming, and that's my everyday. I don't even go out. I don't go out anymore. I was looking at my wardrobe and I thought about getting rid of half of my stuff because I don't wear them anymore. Hi Kix, welcome in. Good morning. Play Where Winds Meet. You're probably already playing it. Make a guild so I can join it. Thanks. Good morning. I don't have space in my dressers. I don't have space in my wardrobe. And when you don't go out, it's just all you wear are t-shirts, and it's like everything else is just taking up space. It's taking up so much space. I want to get to a point where I refuse to go out without a tailored suit. I believe every single dude out there should get themselves a tailored suit. Like an actual tailored suit. Because think about it, the amount of times you actually need to wear a tailored suit or a suit, in fact, is like once or twice a year. It's not that much. So you might as well look good during the time that you are wearing it. So spend that money to make yourself look good for those special events. And then you can have it forever. Don't do that. You regret throwing your shoes. Don't throw more stuff. You regret throwing your shoes. Which one? Oh, my goth platform shoes. I had to get rid of them because they were I didn't take good care of them. They were like very, very good leather. Okay? And it started to get... You know when leather starts getting old and there's like holes in it? Like it was starting to become that. It was so worn in to the point where there were holes in because it was my everyday shoes. Those boots were my everyday footwear, and I would just wear it. I would wear it to school, I would wear it to work, I would wear it to like everywhere. And I do regret throwing them out. But I think it's already past the point of no return for them. And I can't find boots that good anymore. It sucks. Steve Harvey had great advice about suits, but you need at least 3. Oh, wait, I think I've seen it. Rather than 3 suits, it was and like 3 different ties as well, right? You need a beige suit, you need a dark suit. I know for sure. It's those 2. You know, there's like a whole history of suit colors. Like, apparently back in the day, people would wear dark suits into the city because the city was like dirty and whatnot, and then they would wear beige out in the more rural areas where there's more trees and stuff. Like, there was a time and place for different suit colors. But now everyone just wears the same suit color. And nobody gives a shit anymore. Like, nobody looks into why people wear certain things anymore. It's interesting. Man should just wear a full set of knight armor in public. It would be so freaking cool, but like... But also, why? What if instead of saying everybody should own a good... tailored suit, everyone should own a plate of armor. Everyone should own knight armor. Because it's hot. It's hot and it's clanky and it's hard to walk in, but it does look nice. It's also the reason, not knight armor, but like it's also the reason why I stopped caring about what I wear outside, even though it kind of looks good. I just go, let me just put on whatever is comfy. Did somebody say clanky? Yeah, clanky like a knight armor. Hi Kagu. Welcome in, happy Sunday. I kind of want to look like a mob boss. Do it. What's stopping you? Get yourself mob boss attire. Nobody's stopping you. I actually had mob boss lady looking outfits back then. Back in the day when I was freaking cool. I had like a fur, I had the foul fur coat. The fake fur coats. I had a lot of leopard print clothing. It was great. I always wore high heels. That was back in my prime. Now I'm retired. Now I'm old and retired and it's just t-shirts and shorts. Once in a while, I'm just gonna be like, I'll throw on some like fishnets and I'll put on a choker just for that added aesthetic, but that's the most I go now. It's just t-shirts and shorts. It's t-shirts and shorts with fishnets and a choker, and that's it. That's all I do. I'm not that cool anymore. You need 6 suits: black, navy, brown, tan, with 2 white shirts, 2 creme shirts, and 2 powder blue shirts, and 75 outfits. I remember this. I think we might have watched the same video. Who was it? Who said that? Morgan Freeman? And then I remember there was a comparison with Steve Jobs and how he just wears the same black shirt and same blue jeans. And that's his entire wardrobe. It's just a black shirt and blue jeans. Steve Harvey. Oh, my bad. Not Morgan Freeman. My bad. I don't know why I thought Morgan Freeman. Ark Gal Ark? Yeah, that was me. That was me back in the day. Ark Gal Ark. Ark Gal Ark Goth Ark. A lot of things. Back in my day. I had furry high heels. I used to be able to like run and walk in them for like hours at a time. 6 hours, 7 hours. I would go out at night. Ads are starting. No! I thought I ran them. You know what? Let's take a small break. Let's take a small break, get up, stretch 3 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Hi. Ark jump scare. I am back. Oh, okay. Yeah, as I was saying. What was I talking about? I forgot. What is Dutch Crunch? Is that bread? I've never heard of that before, but I do like my sourdough. I really like sourdough, my favorite. My favorite type of bread, besides croissants. I like croissants and I like sourdough. But I try not to eat too much bread these days. Something about a suit, something about me running in high heels. Yeah, I would go out in the middle of the night. I would go out with friends. And then I'd be back at like 5 a.m. in the morning. And the entire time I'm like standing up wearing my heels. Have we been exercising lately? I have, but I haven't been going out exercising. Like, I haven't been going on my walks. I have been on my pull-up bar. I have been doing push-ups. I have been doing jumping jacks and my bicycle crunches and my sit-ups. So that's the most I've been doing. Technically, I have been going out, but I haven't been like walking while outside. I just go out for some fresh air. I go out with my cats because my cats love the outside, and because these days it's been getting pretty cold, so I can be less wary about bugs, about fleas, and what are those other things? The ticks? Yeah, the ticks and the fleas, because I'm sure that they're either hibernating or dead by now. So my cats have been wandering around the grass, and I just let them go. How many pull-ups can you do? 0. I kind of just hang there and I do negatives. Excuse me, sorry. I jump on my pole and then like I kind of slowly go down. So I can do like half of one, but I can't really do one full pull-up yet. Dead hangs are good. They help me a lot with fixing my back problems. So every time I go out, wow, my lower back hurts from sitting and drawing all day, or my upper back hurts, or any part of my back hurts, I'm like, let me just go and hang on my pull-up bar. And I do that for a few minutes. I don't hang for a few minutes, but I hang for a minute or like maybe less, and then I do it again until it stops hurting. Like, it really does help. It's like some sort of good back therapy. It's the posture, I think so, because it stretches out my back. And no, it's just I have terrible posture. I used to walk a lot, so it was okay, but like the past few years I have not been going out walking because of a remote job that I had. Most of my walking that I did in the past decade was like me going out to the office. And it was like it was a pretty long walk. It was maybe 20 minutes back and forth, and then like maybe another 15 minutes going to the public transport. So like those are pretty good walks, and these days I'm like, I don't walk anymore, and I think my lower back muscles have, I wouldn't say atrophied, but maybe atrophied. There is no more support. I don't have any more support. So I was on vacation. I was walking around a city last year, and my lower back was in so much pain. I'm like, I'm used to walking. I've been walking my entire life. Why is it hurting now? And I think it's just because I haven't been walking. I haven't been in a very good posture. What are we supporting? The back, the lower back, walking pad. I think that's what they're like 100. I know, I need one. I asked my housemate about it, about getting a walking pad, and they're like, no, maybe once you move out. And I'm like, fine, okay. And because my desk right now doesn't really support one. It doesn't really, I can't really put anything in here. And especially in this room, it's freaking tiny. So I need like my own space. Whenever I get my own office space, whenever I get my own desk and my standing desk, I will get myself a walking pad or a treadmill of some sort. I do think it's a good investment though. Everybody should get one. Get one of those adjustable standing desks, and then get yourself a mini treadmill, which are only like $100, which isn't very much. And then just walk while you're playing games. There's more immersion that goes with it too, if you think about it. Like you're playing an RPG of some sort, Where Winds Meet. You're playing Where Winds Meet. You're playing Genshin Impact, right? And you're controlling this character, but you're walking while controlling this character. So it feels like you're like in the body of your character and you're walking around that way. Walking while playing TFT. I mean, you could do that too. Yeah, Death Stranding and you're walking IRL. Exactly, exactly. You know what's even better is if you have VR headsets. If you're using a VR headset, playing a VR action, not action, but some RPG game, and your character's walking, you can walk with them. Isn't that cool? Death Stranding, the walking sim. Yeah. Start riding when playing Apex. Or that, yeah. You're playing Apex, you're playing any sort of shooter, and you could start running on the spot. There's more immersion. And you get your exercise in. It's so good. It's so good. Have a great day in stream. Thank you, Zarganos. Welcome in, Zarganos. Zarg. Walking with a random woman in VR chat. That works. Have you guys played VR chat? I thought about playing VR chat, but I'm like, I have to get myself accustomed to the camera movements, and I cannot. I will get so sick. Running and panicking when playing horror VR. That's like the last thing I would ever do. Play a horror VR. Because you guys know that I'm not good with horror anyway. So imagine me playing a horror VR. I think I would faint. I can't do haunted houses, IRL haunted houses either. I die. And for some reason, my friends love to trick me when it comes to haunted houses. They just like leave me in the middle of nowhere and they just watch me from afar just to laugh at me, and they go, aha, look at Ark panicking and wandering around being stupid. That's so mean. I know, right? It's so mean. Why would they do that to me? And then they jump out of nowhere. Why does horror game does not give you the fight the spooky thingy? Yeah, we should be able to punch their lights out. The moment a ghost jumps up at you, just throw fists. We should be able to do that. I don't know why we can't. Why is it always run and not fight? Makes no sense to me. It sounds really funny, me being scared and panicking. Maybe to you. Not to me. Do not punch the haunted house staff. I heard of stories where people would punch the fight or flight response, where some people are fight over flight and it's just a reflex. The moment someone jumps out at them, they just immediately punch them. And you have people going on to the hospital in a stretcher because someone broke someone's nose. Actually, there's another VTuber who used to work in haunted houses. Cabal. He's like the cultist guy. So he's also another streamer I watch. He used to do a lot of haunted house stuff before he became a VTuber, and he talks about this a lot. Yeah, the ghost looking VTuber. Cabal, yeah, Cabal, but with the H somewhere in there. Kabhal, I think? Or is the H before the L? One of them. Thank you for the head pat. Ugh. Anime night characters when they're scared of ghosts. You can't cut ghosts. But you can at least try. And I think with rage and with anger and with manpower, you can suppress your panicking and you can suppress your anxiety. And then you can start looking at the situation with a straight face and be like, okay, there's a ghost here, what do I do next, right? There's also a girl DM, she once worked there and got stomped by some people when she crawled from under a table. No! No, that feels bad. I would hate to work in a haunted house. I'm very frail, guys. I would break a bone. Good morning. Hello, Spiegel. Please don't punch me. If I work in a haunted house, please don't punch me. Imagine trying to punch a ghost, your fist goes through. What if it like goes through and then somehow they're able to grab your fist with its very slight their see-through body, right? This is why carrying salt is a must. Is that just a stereotype though? In some cultures, throwing salt at ghosts would repel them, but in others, I feel like it wouldn't really do much. So it depends on the ghost. Like, where is this ghost from? Is this an Asian ghost? Or is this like a Western ghost? What type of ghost is this? What ghost? They clench their ghost packs so hard they hold you in place. That's the one thing I'm scared of. You punch them in the guts, and then they clench their abs so hard that they grab a hold of your fist, and then you can't leave. You can't even run if you wanted to. And then you're left with only one other hand, and that hand goes through their pecs, and they clench their pecs so hard that now you're constricted. You have no more limbs that you can use. That's terrifying. Ghost pecs. Yeah, they're ghost pecs and the ghost abs. Sign me up? And then the ghost slowly eats you alive. You turn into the ghost. It consumes you. They don't have muscles. They can just make their abs corporeal again? Maybe. But if you think about it that way, if ghosts just walk through you, right? How are they scary? Because they can't deal damage. It's just air. It's just air in a form. A visual form. So, if you think about it that way, we shouldn't be scared of ghosts. When they're not physical. They can't do shit to you. They can watch you everywhere, but they can't do shit. They can't type things, they can't be malicious, they can't, I mean, if they have voices, they can be malicious. If a voice said skibbity, I'd probably lose all fear and tell them to shut the fuck up. I would be kind of scared, to be honest, if a ghost knows the word skibbity. What are you, a modern ghost? What if it's a poltergeist? Poltergeist? How do I pronounce that word? Maybe. But then if they are that type of ghost, it means that you can punch them. Because if they're able to control and pick up objects, then it means that they have some sort of physical property on them. So that's when you throw hands, guys. That's when you go up to that ghost and just beat him up. It's from German. Is that what it is? Geist? Poltergeist. Ghosts usually can interact with the physical world in some way. If it can interact with me, it means I can interact with them. I should keep a knife around at all times, just in case. Okay, maybe a knife is too much. I need to work on my punching. I need to work on my fist strength. So that anytime there's a poltergeist around, I could just turn around and like beat the shit out of their face. Hellbented Odie, hello, welcome in. Ark, the arc fisting arc. That's one way to put it. I'm not fisting anything. We're punching. They have a cheat skill that pulls them in creative mode when you're still in survival mode. I need to understand how ghosts work. I think the reason why we're scared of them is because they are the unknown and we don't understand a single thing about ghosts. Fisting is not the same as punching. I'm sorry, Nico. It's not. It's different, very, very different. But I think if we were able to understand what a ghost is and what the properties of a ghost are and how they function in this world and how they work and their ecosystem, we observe them like animals, then I doubt that people will be, I mean, it's gonna suppress the scare, right? Like nobody's gonna be scared of them anymore. Because then we're just like, oh, it's just a bug. It's just a, or I guess people are scared of bugs, but it's like, oh, it's just a cat. Don't worry, guys. It's just another creature. We're fine. We would find a way to boil water using ghosts, just like everything else. Maybe. Boil water. Like, what do you do? Command a ghost to boil water for you? Mr. Ghost, can you please boil this water for me? Thank you. Some water for my coffee. Can you also brew my coffee for me? Thank you. Can you also make me a cup of tea? Thank you. Jesus Methelham, hello, welcome in. Can I make the ghost do my bidding like it's a stand? I wish. I want a ghost stand. Ghosts are usually malicious though. How would you know? Right? How would you know? From media? What if media is lying to you? Just from all of the horror movies that you've been watching? What if it's all fake? It's like watching, you know, Jaws, the movie? It ruined the perception of sharks for everybody. Sharks are not all that dangerous. But now everyone's scared of sharks because of the movie Jaws. So like, what if they aren't malicious? What if they just want friends? What if they're just haunting you because they want a friend and they're lonely? And like, if you think about it this way, cats knock shit over all the time. So that's like what poltergeists are. It's just another cat. It's like, oh, whoop, my bad. My bad, just shattered a plate in your kitchen. Just like a cat. Sharks are actually that dangerous, they cover up their attacks. If they're hungry, they are. Jaws did a horrible reputation damage to sharks. They did. They're like, I mean, they can kill you and they're scary and all, but they're not that scary. They're not always out to hunt you. If they're not hungry and they don't think that you're dangerous, they will not attack you. They have sharp teeth. And they do look a little bit demonic. It's like how I have a friend who hates cats. She thinks cats are scary looking with your big ol' eyes and they don't have facial expressions. Like, cats don't have facial expressions. They don't have facial muscles the same as dogs do, the same as humans and other creatures, some other creatures. They are very incapable of smiling. They're not capable of smiling at all. Did we have comfy mode earlier? We did, right? No, we didn't. So they look like they're mad or terrified all the time. So a friend of mine is just like, she hates them. She thinks they look... She's scared. Versus dogs are okay. You want comfy mode? No, I was thinking... I saw a comfy mode redeem earlier, 32 minutes ago, and I was wondering if it worked. Sometimes it doesn't work. Hi, Grief. Welcome in. And then I remembered that it did get redeemed, so we're good. You went from wanting to punch a poltergeist to adopting one? Yeah, like a cat. Oh, it's not working anymore. I lied. So it worked and then it didn't work. I think it's because the glasses are on, perhaps? I have this like weird thing with redeems where it doesn't want to redeem multiple things at once. Yeah, maybe because of the glasses. That's what I think too. I saw Finding Nemo. I don't believe this. Fish are friends, not food. Sharks lie. Fish are friends. I used to have so much fish. Before cats, before dogs, I took care of a lot of fish, guys. I had goldfish, I had guppy, I even had a, like a tigerfish, the lionfish. I had saltwater and I had freshwater fish. I had like 5 tanks. And then I was taking care of a pond too. So like koi fish and turtles and frogs. And I've learned a lot about fish, and they actually have feelings and they actually understand you. Not words. They don't understand words, but they understand sound. And so every time they would see me, they would get really excited, like they would swim around like crazy. Or my koi fish, rather than seeing me, because I guess like they don't really have eyes above their head, but sometimes I would go up to the pond, and to feed them, I would drum the fish. It was like a box of fish food that I had. So I would drum the box, and the moment they heard the drum, like the drum beat, right, they would all come swimming towards me. So like, just from that, I'm like, oh, fish are pretty smart guys. Like, they just hear the frequency and they're like, oh yeah, food, it's food time. They wouldn't even have to look at me. And there's another thing too, is that fish actually gets really depressed. So in order to take care of a fish, if you have a tank, you need the tank to have a lot of stuff in it. So like, if it's like saltwater, you want some coral, you want some rocks for the fish to hide in, you want things that they can interact with. You need a little bit of like algae, and it's good to have some snails in there. They breed really fast though, but you do need snails to take care of the algae as well, so the algae doesn't get overgrown. Or some sort of crab or some sort of shrimp, something for the algae. The fish also eats the algae. But they need an ecosystem. They need something to keep their minds busy, because if there's nothing in a tank and it's just the fish, it will slowly kill itself. Like, it will not swim, and sometimes like you might see the fish flip onto its back as if it's dead, because there's like nothing for it to do. Maybe not smart, they've just been here longer. Remember, sharks are older than trees. Like dinosaurs are older than trees. Aren't trees older? Fish commit Sudoku? Yeah, kind of like that. They kind of go through that stage. It sucks. So like, sometimes I see people own fish and they don't have anything in the tank, and it just makes me so depressed. It makes me feel bad for the fish. Makes me feel really bad. And they have like this thing called, some fish like guppies and betta fish, they have longer fins. And if they get really stressed, they could get sick, and those fins could slowly like get tattered and they would break. Algae was before fish. Fish existed before trees. What is the order of life? Sea life older. And then plants. And then land animals. Oh. Ah. Stumbled upon a video of leak. I saw from Discord that some people are saying avoid all of the online communities for Limbus Company because of there's like a few leaks out. New fish tank waiting for new map to drop for it still. New fish tank. Maybe one day I'm gonna go and own and take care of fish again, because I really love fish. I guess it's just my childhood. The fact that I've been surrounded by fish. Like all types of fish, and I've learned a lot about fish before cats and dogs. That I think in the future my cats would enjoy it as well, because they have something to look at. Hi Oafpill, welcome in. Hello. Hello. A massive story leak? Ugh. I don't want to see it. I want to experience the game for myself. Is that why some fishes jump out of their tanks? That's what I heard too. So if you capture like some sort of fish and put it in a jar, it's gonna try to jump out. I also heard that it could be stress, it could be a lack of oxygen too. Because for a fish tank to function properly, or fish to function properly inside a fish tank, you need a water filter, and they need that constant oxygen. So getting a water filter An oxygen filter of some sort is good for the fish. Are we talking about Finding Nemo? Maybe. No, we're just talking about fish. I mean, Nemo did try to jump out of their tank as well, but they do get suffocated inside a bowl if you don't change the water frequently, because their water itself has oxygen in it, and if the fish or other living things inside the tank uses up too much of that oxygen, they will suffocate and they will die. You can experience it fully if you want, but you kind of need to avoid any post-fall leaks. Canto 9. Yeah, I'm just avoiding. I mean, I've never really been in the online communities for Olympus Company anyway, so it doesn't really affect me too much. Nemo was manipulated by a sexy fish. Would you guys be? So that's why he jumped out? No, it was Nemo. Isn't Nemo just a baby? I see tanks with a single flower horn and nothing else. Pretty sure those can't be good. Yeah, I don't think so. And you know those the fish tanks with the beta fish in them, and there's like nothing else around them, and they're called fighting fish? Well, turns out they get really stressed and they fight is because they are stressed. The beta fish don't actually want to fight. The name just comes... They're called fighting fish because they get so stressed out that, like, the moment you introduce something else to them, they just want to beat it up because they need that, like, stimulation. A sexy fish. If it comes and tells me something, I will do it. Really? Really? Mugi, you can't be that easy. No, say no. Say that you're lying. Say that you're lying. Nemo was baby. I'm talking about the fish with the scar in the fish tank, if you don't remember. No. It's been so long. It's been so long since I watched that movie. Why is everything, like, weird on my screen? Oh, why is it, like, slightly lowered? Okay, let's bring everything back up. There we go. I'm the beta fish. Is that an alpha beta joke that you're making right now? Today I learned that I'm a beta fish. Or are you talking about you wanting to punch everything in your vicinity? I may have a girlfriend now, still not sure though. Congratulations, gamer! I hope that that dinner turned out well. That dinner that you had. And hopefully it's smooth sailing from here on out. I ate some fish with blue flesh back when I was in Philippines. What? How blue was it? I didn't even know there was a thing. Was it raw? See, when I think of something blue, I always think that it's raw. That can't be good though. It was raw. Okay, no, that makes sense then. With blue flesh. Have you guys tried squid and like live octopus or squid? Where the tentacles are still moving? They're like wiggly. Yes? No. No, yes. I feel like everyone should try at least one time. Like, you don't need the really big pieces, right? But like, get the small ones. The tiny tentacles. It's an experience. Sesame oil and salt. If you put soy sauce in it or on it, it's gonna get even more wiggly. Because the muscles are reacting to the sodium. And they're like, oh, this hurts. And they start wiggling even more. Why? I think it's one of those things that you should try at least one time in your life and be like, okay, now I'm done with it. Thank you for the follow, Thomas. Welcome in. Live octopus is yummy though. I've never tried octopus. I've tried squid. And I can't say if I liked it or not because I tried to swallow it as fast as possible So I tried to make the process go like be over in a second. If it's still wriggling, I ain't putting it anywhere near my mouth. You know what? That's fair. That's what I said too. That's what I said until I went out to a restaurant, like a really fancy restaurant with a friend. And they were like, I'm ordering this dish with live squid tentacles. And this dish is gonna cost me my entire wallet. So you have to eat it. Right? They're like, it's gonna be such a waste of money, Ark, if you don't at least try it. And I go, fine. And it took me a while, but I was kind of force-fed the squid tentacles, and it wasn't that bad. Yeah, you gotta chew it well. It's either you swallow it fast and get stuck in your throat, or you chew it well, because it has the little suckers on it, and it does get stuck everywhere. Just put a frog leg and sprinkle salt while it's in your mouth. It works one time only, but the nerves react to the salt. The raw frog leg? I've had frog legs before, but they were all cooked and they weren't moving. It's good raw. I've seen some really crazy videos of people eating things that I feel like they shouldn't be eating. Like centipede. Like, I've seen a girl dip a centipede, like, you know those giant ass centipedes? The yellow red ones? Right, I've seen her throw that into some sort of alcohol, and it's like wriggling around until it dies, and then she eats it. I don't understand. I don't understand it. Yeah, it's crunchy. I don't think I would ever try it because you have to. Yeah, what are those Chinese? Yeah, it's one of those Chinese lady videos, and I'm like, I don't understand. I wouldn't do it. I've also seen pufferfish try to consume a centipede as well because they have these super sharp piercing teeth and they could kill anything. You can eat them, just not the venom pictures. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know about eating bugs. That's never really crossed my mind. And I don't like creepy crawlies anyway. Anything living is edible, guys. Yeah, that's true. Like, what if one day we run out of food and we're like, there's nothing else to eat but bugs? We turn into birds, right? Like, they're pretty nutritious for birds. There's a reason why birds like to eat bugs. There's a reason why my cats like eating bugs too. I don't know what it is about my cats, but the moment they see something moving, something creepy crawly, they're like, ooh, let me just play with it and then shove it in my mouth. I've seen a spider try to crawl out of my cat's mouth one time. Like, it was trying to get away. And it was there was like a web coming out of my cat's mouth, and the spider's just dangling out from his mouth. It's just swinging around everywhere. My cats are weird. I was so grossed out. I was really grossed out. I was like, oh god, I don't want to see that. But yeah, something about them wanting to eat spiders. It's weird. And at one point, I stopped bringing my cats outside for like some fresh air with me during the summer, because every time they see a fly, their first initial thought is, I'm gonna eat that and I'm gonna swallow it. And it got to a point where they were just like trying to kill all the flies around them. There were a lot of flies during the summer, and I was like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this anymore. I'm bringing you guys back in. So they haven't been out in the summer until like, I guess now, where there's like no bugs outside. It's really cold. But it's a lot easier on my mental to not see them kill flies. Have you watched Snowpiercer? No. What is that movie about? I'm guessing it's a movie. Snowpiercer. Is it about like using snow as a weapon? Wait until it's a wasp? That's what I was scared of. I did see a bee of some sort, and he tried to chase it, and I was like, no, you're not doing that. No, you're not getting stung today. That's bad. There's a jelly scene. Like jelly as in jello, or like a jellyfish? It's a movie, a book, and a TV show. I'm guessing it's a book first, and then became a movie, and then it got really popular so that they made a show out of it. That's usually how it works, right? The protein bar, the jelly scene. Hold on. Snowpiercer. I'm going to Google. Snowpiercer. Survivors of Earth's second ice age. What if I search up jelly? Jelly food? Oh! I don't know if this is spoilers for some of you guys. There's a dark gummy substance made from ground up cockroaches that they eat, and they're protein bars. That is so interesting. Ugh. They don't look bad though. Like, if you didn't tell me that they're cockroaches or they're made out of bugs, I would just eat it. I would be fine with eating it until I get used to it. And then if you were to tell me that they're cockroaches, I would have just been like, yeah, it's okay, because I've been enjoying it my entire life. So it's kind of like the thing with me with like, I guess meats as well. Because I have this weird like connection with meats, right? I'm pretty sure everyone does too. Like, I love eating chicken, but I don't like to associate eating chicken with an actual chicken, because I like chickens. I do like creatures, and I don't wish death upon them, but I'm like, I love my protein as well. So it's kind of like that. So if you don't tell me that the cockroach protein bar is made of cockroach, I'd just be like, yeah, it's okay. And then you were to tell me that it's made of cockroach after I've enjoyed it, I'd still be like, yeah, it's fine. Cockroach milk? What? What is that? Thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Josh. What about dino nuggies? I've actually never had dino nuggies ever in my entire life. Were you guys like, did you have dino nuggies when you were like babies? Small children? What do you mean they're truly brutal? Aren't they just nuggies in the shape of dinosaurs? That's what dino nuggies are, right? And then there's like the smiley nuggies. I was vegetarian as a kid. I was pretty carnivorous as a kid. I was like, no veggies, please. But now I'm like, just give me veggies. I prefer not to eat meat. I'm kind of like the opposite now. I still eat meat. I prefer having more veggies on a plate than meat. Nuggies are the best. They are. I really like nuggets. I like everything chicken, guys. Why like chicken dishes so good? We have like fried chicken. We were talking about fried chicken and roasted chicken just yesterday. Wait, hold on. I didn't even redeem the stretch and hydrate yet. Let me just drink my coffee. And then you have chicken tenders, and then you have chicken wings. You got wings. You got nuggies. You got popcorn chicken. There's so much. Chicken adobo. Exactly. I've actually never tried chicken adobo. Maybe one day I will try it. I haven't had a lot of Filipino food before in my life. I think only recently did Filipino food pop up, but I haven't had the chance to try a lot of them. I am back from university. Let's go, Oji-san! Welcome back in. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. In existence, hello, welcome in. My family wasn't, but as a kid, I was like, I'm not eating animals. That's fair. That's fair, because that's me right now. I'm like, if I had to choose, right? If I would eat less. And I know that like red meats aren't that good for you too. So I've been trying to like reduce my red meat intake. And I'm just going for like chicken and turkey and whatever white meats are available. Clock, are you okay? Are you dying? Are you okay? Hello, happy Sunday. Welcome in. All the uni called me old man and uncle. Well, your name is Oji-san for a reason. The worker asked me if I'm a student or a lecturer. Oh god. Are you doing okay, Oji-san? When I got my braces last year, for the first 2 weeks, I just blended chicken, yogurt, spices, yogurt, then drank it. Blended chicken. Yogurt spices do kind of sound good though. Like not sweetened, non-sweetened yogurt, right? Just like regular yogurt. I remember when I got my wisdom teeth pulled, I had a lot of yogurt. I had a lot of soup and I had a lot of yogurt. And I was hungry a lot because there's a lot of foods I wasn't able to eat. Drink water. It was gross. You could have made something more, you know, something that wasn't gross, right? There's actually quite a lot of things out there that are non-gross but still okay for consumption. Tofu might have been okay. Actually, no, tofu would be bad because it would get stuck in your teeth. But I guess with braces, it would be fine. Yeah, is it called acai bowl? Yeah, that would be good. It wouldn't be good for wisdom teeth pulling though. Like if you had your wisdom teeth pulled, I wouldn't recommend it just because of all of the seeds inside the berries that could get stuck in places where you don't want it to get stuck in. That's what I heard. That's what I learned from dentists. Don't eat anything that has little tiny pieces that could get stuck in places. So yogurt would be fine. Something that can you can easily wash out. My dad grew up as a hunter with my grandpa, and my grandpa told me something the first year I went with them that stuck with me. You kill it, you eat it. I had to clean what I got. My grandma cooked it so I understand fully what I was eating. That's a good way to approach life. I actually like that. Your throat hurts, Clock? You're sick? Get well soon. Rest well. Don't talk. Eat hot foods and hot liquids. Drink hot liquids. Don't eat them. Stay hydrated. Yeah, I do like that thought though. You kill it, you eat it. I like that mindset. So that you actually appreciate the food a lot more. Or you understand what it is about eating the food that you're eating. Where it comes from. The process of, making it. I had an expander so it would get stuck in the roof of my mouth. Oh no, that sucks. I don't know, I've never had braces before. My sister did though, but she's really bad with maintaining it. She had retainers and then she never wore them, and then they fucked up her teeth again. And then she had to keep going back. Couldn't be me. Thank God I grew up with straight teeth. Except for Goose, that was pretty nasty. I've heard of horror stories with Goose. Not the fact that they're mean and whatnot, but I remember one of my teachers, he grew up on a farm and he would tell me stories about butchering the animals. Sorry, this is a very gruesome topic. Cover your ears or I guess leave if you can't listen to this, but he would tell me about how they would butcher the duck, but it would be in a very gruesome manner, and then he'd go into the details of it, and I'd be like, why are you telling me this? Why? I didn't want to know. The neck, yeah, and then they would still be moving, their bodies would still be moving without heads. They would still be running, their legs would still be running, and then sometimes he would place them down and he'd just watch a headless duck run. And I'd be like, why are you telling me this? My grandpa also threw that line at a neighborhood kid who shot a squirrel with a BB gun. Good. Because what the heck? Don't do that to animals. Queen duck. I know my mom grew up on a farm, but she's never told me stories like this. Because I think she'd had a really bad time with animals, as in she loved all of her animals. My mom was a very compassionate kid. And so, like, I think all of that is just suppressed trauma, and she would never talk to me about farm animals. She did tell me about her favorite cow and how she cried for days when they had to get rid of the cow. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Me looking at my grandma doing that to a chicken, the headless chicken running around. Oh god. There's that chicken that survived for 18 months without a head, walking around, did chicken stuff and had no head. No way. There's no way. 18 months? They would have to really experiment on that chicken for a while. Like, I don't think that's something that we should be doing to animals. You field dressed a deer, accidentally cut the stomach open. Ooh. I don't know what that's like, but I don't want to imagine it either. Hunting is scary, guys. Hunting is great for keeping populations down because you don't want too many rabbits and you don't want too many wolves. You need a good balance. That's what happens in our area, is that there are some years where there's just too many rabbits running around, or some years where there's too many coy wolves running around, so you need to like balance it out with hunting. But man, toxic fart? Ew. I guess with all of the acidic, the stomach acid is probably smells really bad, and everything rotting inside the stomach as well. Not rotting, being digested, I guess, but it probably smells like rot. I don't want to think about it. Hunting is something that I never want to get into. No thank you. No thank you. I do know a lot of people around me that do hunting, but yeah. The population of wolves is finally back to where it should be. They were endangered for a bit. How do you get them back up? Like, do you just introduce more herbivores into the area? Like, you have them breed? You just don't hunt them? Because that's what I'm curious about. I think the more abundance of resources that they have, the more they're able to populate themselves, and the more they're able to breed, right? The wolves. They introduce more wolves into the area. The moles. The moles. I've seen, there's been like a lot of wolves, coy wolves recently. Like, I hear them at night. They keep yapping. And one of my friends actually saw one like on the street, and it was just walking around in daylight. And that's like the most scariest thing, because you don't know if it has rabies or if it's like sick or something. Thank you for the follow, Daydreamy. Evie, welcome in. Just airdrop them. Like Fortnite. Give them their parachutes. Poor Aphrodite. How do I pronounce that word? Pour it into the lake? Is that how it works? I don't think so. Because then the fish are going to start breeding. Canada airdrops wolves. I really can't imagine. I mean, yes, I know we do that, but isn't it kind of weird if you think about it? Because wolves, they move in packs and they live in packs. So imagine you're airdropping like a few wolves, and then you're just like, now be friends and start mating. Like, it's not how it works, right? They're very sociable animals, and they can't just accept each other that easily. Nature will sort it out. I don't know, like, it's kind of like cats, because like wolves are also territorial. Like, when I introduced my cat to my other cat, it took a while. I had to put a door in between them so that they don't kill each other. Like, that's how I imagined wolves are like too. Like, if I don't know you, if you're not part of my pack, my first initial thought is going to be to attack you and kill you. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know how wolves work. But cats are like that for sure. I'm surprised from time to time how pure Ark is. Me? Is there something I don't know? Do they actually pour like the aphrodisiac? How do I pronounce that word? Into the legs? There's no way. They get them used to each other when they're in captivity. Oh, so they like force them into a pack before they airdrop them. Is what you're saying. Don't search it up. Okay. Okay. I will not think about it too much. Aphrodisiac. The aphrodisiac. I saw a short of a guy just eating a kestrel in the Starbucks from inside a car. I can't imagine what it takes for a bird of prey to trust you. Eating a kestrel at Starbucks from inside a car. What? Starlings? Eating a starling at... eating a kestrel at Starlings from inside a car. Is that what I'm reading? Yeah, I don't know. I guess if the bird is really smart and they're like, I know this person is gonna give me food, then I can trust them. It's like when you bring home a second dog or cat, you need to make them meet in neutral territory. Yeah, I've heard. I was doing a little bit of research on introducing cats to each other, and I hear people saying that like it takes around a few months, sometimes like half a year, for a cat to get used to another cat living together. So they're saying that you have to separate them into different rooms for a while until they get used to each other's scents, and then have them like feed next to each other, but have a like some sort of door or fence or gateway in between them, so they don't actually see each other, but they can smell each other. So that's what I had to do with my cats, because the first day I brought my second cat back home, he got bullied so hard. He got sat on. He was dominated. Senbei kept trying to sit on Luffy, and do you know how small Luffy was? Luffy was the size of my hand at the time, like a palm. He was tiny, and he thought he was going to die because Senbei at the time was pretty big. He was like a regular sized cat, not as big as what he is right now. But he kept sitting on Luffy, and I was like, this cat can probably not breathe, and he's like struggling. Yeah, both cats are male, and like I can hear Luffy like yelling while he's under Senbei. Yeah, Senbei's my older cat, so I have two cats, Senbei and Luffy. They're like half a year apart, so it's not that big of an age difference. But Senbei hated Luffy when I first brought him back, so he kept like, you know, showing his dominance. And at the end of the day, I kind of just ended up separating them into two different rooms, and they ate food like at where the door was, so that they could smell each other. And then eventually they kept playing with each other under the door. Like, you know, they kept swatting at each other because I had like this tiny gap under the door. So they could still kind of like shove their paws through the door and like play with each other, but they don't really interact. And I guess by the third day, they were kind of used to each other, and that's when I let them out again, and they were fine. But the first day was really bad. And I was hoping that I wouldn't need the full like 6 months of introduction for them, because the older the cat is, the harder it is to introduce a new cat to them. And I guess at the time they were both babies, they were both kittens, so it was still okay. It actually only took 3 days. Sat on and dominated. Senbei still does that. He still sits on Luffy from time to time. But Luffy kind of just takes it. He's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. And he's big enough now, so he doesn't get suffocated. But back then he was tiny, and I was like, no, he's gonna die under all this weight. We're not doing that. They still hiss at each other from time to time when one of them doesn't want to play. Because Luffy's the type of cat that is more playful and he likes to run around more, whereas Senbei is the type of cat that likes to lounge and sit and do nothing. So whenever Luffy wants to play, he sometimes bothers Senbei, and then Senbei gets pissed off and he runs off somewhere, and Luffy's just like chasing after him, and then that's when they start fighting and hissing. But like they have to know boundaries, so I don't really stop them. My sister's cats do that. The younger ones still get sat on. Yeah. There's something about cats wanting to sit on each other. Yeah, Senbei like sometimes sits on Luffy and then he grooms him, so I'm like, oh, they're cute, and then they kiss each other and I'm like, oh, that's cute. You're getting along. But sometimes a younger cat can get really annoying. Like a really annoying sibling. But that's just life, right? That's also the reason why I don't separate them. Like I don't stop their fights because I need them to know each other's boundaries, and if they require me to stop them every single time, they're gonna get used to it, and it's just gonna make them like not understand each other more. Yeah, they fight and then they kiss. And then they make up. They make up and they make out. That's just how it works. Okay, we have ads again. Let's take another small break. Yeah, no homo, though. They're kissing, yeah, like homies. Okay, I will be right back. Everyone do your stretches. Goodbye. Hi. I'm back. Me and y'all making out? Vess, why are you making out with everyone here? I'm back, but there's a small caveat. I am not entirely back. I am looking for my... What? Where'd it go? I had it with me yesterday. Oh, why would it do this to... Where's my lip balm? The air is way too dry. And I usually just have it sitting on the desk. Did I move it? Did I take it with me somewhere? I probably put it in my pocket. I think that's what I did. I was wearing a hoodie yesterday and I put it in my pocket and I probably walked away with it. So it's no longer on my desk. Damn it. I misread Vay's message. Oh no. It's okay, I don't mind if you guys are all making out together. As long as I don't have to join. You hear what you want to hear. No, I'm literally reading what I'm reading. We should all be like cats. Yeah, we should. Just sit on each other all the time. Never know. It could be a bonding experience. Bonding experience that we never wanted. But still, a bonding experience. A community bonding activity. Nah, I'm good. Whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not forcing it upon you. It's just a suggestion. Ain't no way. No one said that you're getting sit on. You could be the one doing the sitting. Okay, I'm hydrated. Y'all can go be bottoms on your own. Isn't it the top that you usually get sat on? Unless it's like animal dominance, then it's different. Right? What do you mean what? Like imagine, no, like think about it. Think about it for a second. Just picture it in your head. Making out for community bonding. I wasn't the one who suggested it. It was you guys. I don't want to. Oh, okay, that's fine. No, maybe I just read too much BL in my life. I'm just BL coded. I'm Fujo coded. But it's usually the other way around. You don't sit on your bottom. Like, you don't sit on bottoms. It's the opposite. Death by snoo snoo. Death by snoo snoo. What about being sat on? Nothing. Don't worry about it, Bess. We're all good. We're no longer talking about making out and sitting on each other. Rotten Girl art cover when? Never. It was actually really interesting seeing Rotten Girl come out because I was watching what's his name again? Who's the producer for Rotten Girl? I was watching him work on it. Rot for clout. No, rotting. No rotting here. No thank you. I would rather not rot. I like to live forever and not turn into a zombie. I do not like decay. I do not like dread. That is for Signalists for Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I was looking at a game that you guys suggested. One of you guys suggested on Discord. What is it? Did you have dumplings yesterday? No, actually, I was looking in my fridge and I was like, well, dumplings are going to take a long time to make. And so I just went and grabbed the nearest thing next to me, in front of me, which was the Thai curry. And then I put all of that in a bowl and I shoved it in a microwave and heated it up for a good minute and a half, and that was my lunch. And there's still a whole bowl left in there, so that could be my lunch again today. Wildermyth Darkwood? I was looking at Darkwood, yeah, but no, not Darkwood. It was whatever you guys suggested last night or this morning. Let's see. Where is it? Anno Mutationum. Is that how I pronounce that name? It looks really interesting. I've never heard of this game before. Darkwood, you're gonna play it? I think so. I think I will play Darkwood, but I'm not gonna play Darkwood like I am playing Signalis, because with Signalis, I'm playing it like 3 times a week. If I were to play Darkwood, it just might be once or twice a week. Because it's probably a lot scarier than Signalis, and I'm already panicking a lot with Signalis. I don't even know if I can finish Darkwood, guys. It'll probably be one of those games where I play for a bit. Why not play after? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just not gonna be playing it every single, or every other day, because I need days where I go, hold on, let me just take a 2-3 day from this game, because I will be panicking a lot more. I think there's a lot to do in Darkwood as well. Really? I don't know what the game is about, so I guess I'm gonna have to find out the moment I start. But the game I'm looking at is Mutationum. It's a RPG, it looks like, in 2D, 3D graphic style. And I was looking at reviews this morning and I'm like, oh, it looks pretty good. The only negative review I see is that there's a lack of voice acting, but I'm like, it's not gonna affect me that much. I think it's fine. Hi Mika, good morning. Oh, by the way, guys, wait, is the VOD up for last night's concert? Because that was hella good. Everybody should look at V-Scape's concert, 3D concert last night. It was, I think Mika was planning it for a very, very long time. There's a project that's been that's been ongoing, that's been worked on for a long time. Yeah, it's a concert. So Mika Magica is part of V-Scape, which is a group of other VTubers, a group of friends who get together and they stream together sometimes. Mika's my Oshi, by the way. Just putting it out there. 3D concert. Yeah, it was really good. I think there's gonna be another rerun on YouTube sometime soon. I'm guessing. Yeah, V-Scape concert. V-Scape concert. So Darkwood is a dark fairy tale of some sort. Okay, there's narration to Darkwood. Hold on. Darkwood. We're gonna go on the Steam page for this as well. Let me just read it out. Because the only thing I know about Darkwood is that it's survival horror. And I just imagine that you walk around and you try to live. But I didn't know that there's a story to it as well. A new perspective on survival horror, scavenge, explore a rich, ever-changing. It's a dynamic world? Free roam world by day, then hunker down on your hideout and pray for morning light. So it's like Don't Starve? Is it like Don't Starve? No hand holding. Okay, that's gonna be difficult for me. I might die a few times, but that's okay. It's a survival horror, so I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna be dying at least several times. By day, explore the randomly generated Eversister Woods. By night, find shelter, barricade, set up traps, hide, defend. This is not multiplayer. Meet eerie characters, learn their stories, decide their fate, and don't trust anyone. I am kind of excited for this. At the same time, I am equally as terrified. Darkwood sounded cool. I've looked at it a bit. Mika, aren't you terrified of like horror games? I am the same, which is why I only watch people play horror games. I'm not the type of person who would play it myself. I know Maddie's been streaming, what is it, Resident Evil F? I'm getting Resident Evil and the other Silent Hill. Silent Hill, confused. It's Silent Hill, isn't it? It's Silent Hill F. It's Silent Hill F. I know she's been streaming it, which I appreciate her for doing that because I cannot play it myself. I have to watch someone play it. You're gonna die a lot? Oh god. Okay, as long as I expect it. If I expect dying, then I'm not gonna feel as bad. If I don't expect it, then I will panic and suffer and panic more and then feel trauma after my stream. So for sure, this game, if I were to stream this game, I'm gonna need like a 2 to 3 day break in between. And play comfy games and only comfy games afterwards. It's like what I mentioned on Friday when I was playing Signalis. And I was like, well, I don't think I can stream Arknights the next day. I need Stardew. I need to play Stardew. I need to play a comfy game in order to reset my mindset and then come back to Signalis when I've completely comfied myself out. The backseaters are going to be rampant as well. For Darkwood? Well, that's where you come in, Clock. That's why you're a mod. Thanks, 07. One day I will end up paying you guys and I don't know. We'll have like a mod appreciation day just for you guys because I know you guys go through so much shit with like Limbus Company, with what's the other game? Terraria. Category Hunters. Darkwood falls into the group where that Funger and Dark... What the heck is Funger? Funger? Hunger. You're saying hunger, right? Not Funger? Unless you actually mean Funger. And Dark Souls are in. Fear and Hunger is Funger. Funger? That's my first time hearing Funger. Fear and Hunger. Okay, I like the word fear and I like the word hunger, but when you mash the two together, it sounds stupid, guys. It sounds like fungus. It sounds like mushroom. Funger. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Anytime you guys mention Funger, I'll be like, okay, so you mean fear and hunger. It is silly, yeah. Or like playing Elden Ring where it gets too dark for me and I have to play some comfy games. Rotting Worlds is a lovely world. No. No? What? You want to live in a rotting world? I don't. Not me. Like, I don't mind experiencing a rotting world just for the experience, just for like a day to see what an apocalypse is gonna be like, but I wouldn't call it lovely. I'd call it the opposite of lovely. It's disturbing and terrifying and horrifying. It's like the reason why we love horror games so much, the reason why we love games that have dark narratives, is because we don't experience that in real life, right? It's not like we're living in our fantasy. It's kind of like having that, experiencing that, like the different tone, the different setting that is completely like not what we live in. And that's why those games are so good, right? That's why games like Funger is so good, probably. That's why Darkwood is so good, is because we don't actually get to live those lives and we're like, let's experience that trauma somewhere where we can disconnect ourselves a little bit. But when it gets too real, when we're actually living those worlds, it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm not about it. I'm not about to live in an apocalypse. That's why dating sims are so fun. You're actually right about that. That's why I love my ultimate games, because I'm like, I can disconnect from it. I can be like, this is not me. This is, you know, people, the characters in ultimate games and dating sims are so out there that you will never experience a person like this in real life. It's fantasy. It's fantasy for a reason. It's fake and fictional for a reason. And that's why I love it so much, because I'm like, there's no real person out there that's gonna be like Love and Deep Space Silas, who is gonna come up to you in like dragon horns and start calling you kitten out of nowhere. I think that's hilarious. I don't know. Dating sims too. Or I guess games in general, high fantasy. Like everything about games. When games get too real, right? That's when it becomes not fun. And even games like Sims is fun, even though it's based on real life. It's like you're controlling a character and they're doing shit that you would never expect someone to do in real life. Like, I was gonna say, like torch their entire kitchen and set it on fire, but I guess some people do that. But you can you can amplify those experiences with the characters in game to the point where it's so absurd, it's unrealistic. Or like you blow up like an entire family in a house. Or someone like dies from drowning in a swimming pool, or dies from suffocation drowning in a swimming pool, where it's like you were perfectly fine just like a minute ago, and I'm gonna barricade the exit for you so that you can't ever leave the pool ever. And then shit like that. You'll end up going treasure hunting in real life. Everybody needs that one friend who is their wingman. That's like, let me just introduce you to a friend of a friend. It's like the other person in chat earlier. You're gonna stream for a bit more, Ark? I'm gonna stream until 12, and then that's when my lunch is. It's time for my lunch. 12 is usually when I start making food. Sometimes when I'm enjoying myself a lot with a game, I stream until 12:30. But that's the most I push it. Wait, one time I streamed until 1 p.m. But those are like super rare occasions. I could be a wingman, but I tend to crash land a lot. Crash land? What do you mean, like... How do you crash land while being a wingman? Like you're... Is that a joke of you having wings? Oh, Phil? My brain is... Ow! My brain is turning. The gears in my head are turning. I'm starting to piece things together. I'm a lot more confident when it's not about me. I don't know how I approach... I don't think I've ever really been a wingman before. I think that it could be because everyone around me is just not into dating. Like, I've surrounded myself with people who are only play games, and I'm like, I'm cool with that. It's fine. Airplane joke, crash landing, you with wings. I guess so. I understand now. I couldn't tell if you were making a joke out of that. I was like, wait, hold on. Is there a different meaning to that, or is it an actual airplane joke, a wing joke? Okay, I get it now. Thanks, Opil. Have you guys played Project Wingman? It's about mercenary fighter pilots. No! Why is it called Project Wingman? Like literally like literal wings, not like... It's not a dating sims, right? Girls would come up to me to ask about my best friend. That's the worst. I am so sorry, Ube. That is a little... I wouldn't say that's tragic. But at least you don't have to deal with whatever your friend is facing as well, because it's actually not that fun having like everyone trying to thirst after you. Like at the end of the day, when it comes to dating, you're only really looking for like one person, right? You're not looking for a whole harem. So like at a certain point, if everyone is trying to thirst after you and sending you like nasty DMs, it does get kind of annoying. Sometimes it's nice to just have that life where you're kind of secluded and not in people's faces, or other people are in your faces all the time. In your faces? You only have one face. In your face all the time. As the person in the plane that sticks with you in fights. A wingman is a term for partner plane in aviation and dogfights in the military. I'm learning things. That's why they're called a wingman. And that's why the term wingman is a thing. Oh, it came from aviation. Oh, okay. I get it. But yeah, it's grass is greener on the other side. You're right, Mookie. They try to cover your blind spot. Oh. I don't know much about aviation and military and stuff like that. So you guys are teaching me a lot. Your ass just had a Jimmy Neutron brain blast? That's one way to put it, yeah. I did get a Jimmy Neutron brain blast. Every time I think of Jimmy Neutron brain blast, I think of like friggin', what's his name? Carl Weezer? Carl Weezer is one of the worst characters ever written in fiction. I don't like him. And the fact that he's a stupid voice. Okay, I'm gonna have to say that his design is kind of peak because he's kind of made into this character that is like the comedic relief. But like, I hate the fact that he's just comedic relief, and the fact that he's thirsting after Jimmy's mom is just weird. It's so strange. Carl Weezer is not in the band Weezer. No, he's not. I don't think so. Don't believe so. Sheen is my favorite. I don't remember who that is. I just remember Jimmy Neutron and Carl Weezer and Jimmy Neutron's mom and his dad. And those are the only characters I really remember from that show. And he's like a stupid voice too. Like stupid voice, stupid looking character, stupid dialogue. But it kind of makes sense in a way. I just don't think it would work. His character would be appreciated in this day and age. I remember the scene where he fathered an alien, like Carl Weezer Empreg? That's weird. I thought, welcome in. Excuse me? He fathered an alien? That show is strange, guys. There's just so much happening with Carl Weezer. Yeah, I don't remember that episode. I think I never really took Jimmy Neutron that seriously. Even back then. My go-to show was The Fairly Odd Parents. I love Timmy Turner and I love his life, and I love The Fairly Odd Parents. His fairy godparents. She's female, she's not a boy, but most importantly, she's a girl. Is that one of the dialogues? The bump went to his butt. Like it all went into his ass. This is what I'm saying, guys. Jimmy Neutron was one of the weirdest shows ever. It was so strange. Like every single episode was just absurdity. Absurdity upon absurdity. And it just gets strange and worse from there. It's like Rick and Morty, but for kids. Does that make sense? Like, I'd say Rick and Morty is absurd to a certain extent, but like, it doesn't beat Jimmy Neutron. I think Jimmy Neutron was just like far worse, far out there. The bad CGI stressed me out. That's fair too. I'm guessing you also didn't enjoy Toy Story because like that also stressed me out. It's like some weird uncanny valley of realism and not realism. I think back in the day it was like the 3D made it look real, but it was also fake at the same time so that your brain just doesn't want to put them two together, and it's somewhat horrifying. One of the pioneers of 3D animation. Was it actually? Yeah, that's the reason why I hated Toy Story 2. Like, I found every scene to be like a horror. It was like watching a horror flick. And you know that one scene in Toy Story where the toys, the evil kid's toys came to life? It was like a baby on a spider robot. Like, I found that to be... I had nightmares. I had nightmares for days. The Cheeto guy, is that him? I just remember he was mean to all the toys. The bad kid, yeah, and he like ripped them to pieces, like he tore up the Barbie doll. And then he would replace them with different parts and turn them into horrifying creatures. The baby doll, yeah, looking at it now from an older person's standpoint, and looking at the movie, I'm like, wow, this is good. The baby doll was like actually terrifying, and it's like a good terrifying. Right? Like it's able to project that, you know, the terror feeling to a kid. But as a kid watching it, I was like, hell nah. Hell nah, I'm gonna get nightmares. And I did get nightmares. The one of Woody being sucked into the broken toys nightmare scared me though. There's a lot in Toy Story that scared the crap out of me. I think even Shrek was kind of terrifying to a certain extent. It wasn't like supposed to be a scary show, but there were parts of it where I was like, oh god, what's going on? How come the gingerbread man is like, you know, why is it speaking like that? Why is it eating itself? Not really. I think like other people were eating it. But I also tied the gingerbread man to the Terminator. Because there's like one movie in the Terminator where like they put the Terminator in like an oven or something like that, and then he turned into like a liquid, like sentient liquid, and it was like somewhat gingerbread man like, and I don't know, my brain connected those two together, and I was horrified. If you want childhood nightmares, Courage the Cowardly Dog was king. It was king. I would watch it out of curiosity, and then I would get scared. Like, I would watch it just to scare myself. I'd be like, I'm missing that stimulation in my life. Let me just scare myself a little so that I could feel something. And then I would watch like half an episode and then like switch channels because I would get too scared. Like, even the character designs themselves were uncanny looking. It was... I don't know if I would say it was meant for... I don't know, a child to watch. It was a lot. Getting hit with "You're Not Perfect" like at 7 years old is not something I was ready for. Is that what happened in Courage the Cowardly Dog? 'Cause I don't remember anything about that show except for the fact that I was terrified. T-1000? With the Terminator? I think so? I don't remember. There's a lot of things I don't remember that I've watched. Like, I remember the emotions I felt, but I don't remember the exact scenes. And that's how I've been remembering all the movies in my life. Like, I just remember feeling a certain way, but I don't remember why I felt that certain way, and I don't remember the scene that caused me to feel that certain way. Which is why I'm so impressed when people remember like names of characters in movies and they remember the quotes. They're able to quote movies from the, like, just, you know, just from watching it one time, and I'm like, I can't do that. I've never been able to do that. The bad CG makes it really scary. The Return? The slab still haunts me from time to time. What is that? The Return. A 1972 movie? Or is it like the recent one, the 2024 one? I'm guessing it's the 1973 movie. I'm looking at The Return, the cover page, and that does look terrifying. There's like a dude in the front, or is it a lady in the front page who looks like freaking Einstein, but like black and white. Oh, Courage the Cowardly Dog episode, King Ramses. Wait, hold on. King Ramses, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I need to look at this. You know what? I'm looking at it now and I'm like, oh, this, I wouldn't be terrified of this. But I guess like back then, if I were to ever see this, I would be scared. Because what he reminds me of, what he looks like is, you know that Crash Bandicoot mask? The mask that makes you go invincible. It kind of looks like that. It was straight nightmare fuel. I do kind of want to binge Courage the Cowardly Dog, the entirety of the show all over again, but from like a different point of view. Because back then I was small dragon, and I didn't understand anything. But when you're watching a child show from an older person's mindset and perspective, it's a lot different. It's a lot different because you understand the nuances. You understand why the writers have chosen this dialogue and why characters are saying what they're saying. The Aku Aku mask, like that's what it's called. I only remember the funny sound that it made whenever you got it, whenever you used it. My friend and I rewatched it recently. It still holds well. That's how I feel about a lot of like old shows as well. What's another one? What's another one that holds well? I'm thinking like, I think The Fairly Odd Parents. I didn't watch it recently, but I rewatched some of the episodes. Like maybe, I'd say maybe around like 10 years ago. And I'm like, oh, well, I get it. Yeah, Chowder is good. Chowder is good. Weird shows. I wouldn't really necessarily call them weird. Interesting shows. Good shows. Hunchback with the Bells, the Viking episode. It was really cool. How do you guys remember this? Samurai Jack? G.I. Joe? Totally Spies? I actually think that Totally Spies is definitely not one of the shows that would hold up to this day. Some of the humor in there was like old 2000s humor that should have just died. I feel like Flapjack could hold up, but it'll still be grotesque. Maybe. I've never watched Flapjack. What is Flapjack? Why does that sound so familiar? Flapjack. When I search up Flapjack, all I get is like the Flapjack cookie or the biscuit, whatever. The crispy stuff. Cartoon. Oh, this one. I've actually never watched this one. I've never watched this one. Misadventures of Flapjack. Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, Powerpuff Girls definitely is still strong. Kim Possible. Yeah, Kim Possible as well. I had the biggest crush on Shigo from Kim Possible. Like, you guys don't know. Like, Shigo was one of my first cartoon crushes ever. In like all cartoons. Phineas and Ferb, yeah. Everyone had a crush on Shigo. Stitch, I recently watched it again. Oh my god, it's a good movie. It's such a freaking good movie. Everybody go watch it like 300 times. Like, watch it more than 300 times. Just watch it every single year. Make it like a tradition or something. I was bawling. I was in tears when I was rewatching Stitch. I understand now why Stitch is so popular. If you guys have gone into any like miniso, there is so much Stitch merch these days, and I don't know what happened. It's like somehow maybe it's like the recent live action movie, but the popularity of Stitch has risen so much that there's like Stitch Labubu. I don't know, have you guys seen Stitch Labubu? It's like basically Labubu, but like Stitch instead, and you could change the outfit of Stitch, and he's like, it's like the same blind box. And Stitch Labubu. I need to show you guys. It's actually so freaking cute. Hold on. I was tempted to get one, but I'm like not that into Stitch. Stitch Labubu. Let me find it. There's like different series too. This is like the sleep series. There's like a, how do I show it to you guys? Oh my god. Save image. Okay. Hold on to your horses. And all your kingsmen. Wait. No, it's not Labubu wearing a Stitch skin. It's like literally Stitch, but in like Labubu gear. Here it is. Guys, look how freaking cute that is! It's like basically better Labubu. Like, I wouldn't hate on Labubu as much if it looked like this. The one that I was seeing was like Stitch in like streetwear. But there's different series now. And it's so cute. It's so cute. Stitch in onesie. No, it's basically Labubu because they're like hard, right? And it's like in a blind box. It's like as big as a Labubu. And I'm pretty sure that they're hopping onto the Labubu train with this because you can, it's the same size first of all, and you could just buy Labubu outfits and clothing for the Stitch as well. They aren't as big as Labubu. I'm pretty sure they're the same size, right? Unless like I have some like weird, you know, object size thing going on in my head where I can't really tell the difference. It could be slightly smaller, but I do think that they are, from what I recall, they were kind of around the same size. Can we not validate Labubu? You know what? I actually think Labubus are fine, just the price tag's not fine. They are kind of ugly though. I would never get one myself. Customizable Stitch plush. Do we call that instead? I'm pretty sure someone was like, oh, I see how popular Labubus are. Let me just make a Stitch version of this. And that's what happened. And now we have like Sanrio versions of this as well. We have Sanrio Labubu, guys. We have like Hello Kitty Labubu. We have Kuromi Labubu. And I actually have one. I have a My Melody one. I didn't get it myself, by the way. I have a My Melody one, which is like in a teddy bear outfit. It's kind of cute. Don't you get Labubus through gambling? It's I mean, kind of. They're like blind boxes. They're like loot boxes in a sense, where you grab a box and you don't know which one you're gonna get in the box. They've been around for a long time? What, really? I've only recently seen them. I didn't know that they've been around for that long. So that's why I'm calling them Labubus, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure Labubus came first, but who knows? What if I'm doing them injustice by calling them Stitch Labubus instead, or Hello Kitty Labubus? But like the My Melody Kuromi ones and Hello Kitty ones, those ones are also really cute. Let me show you. Sanrio. I'm calling them Sanrio Labubus. I'm doing them like really badly by calling them Sanrio Labubus. This is a really small image. Please don't be blurry. The Sanrio ones have been around for a long time. These ones. Look how cute they are! They have cinema roll. They have a what's his face? The dog pudding. Pom Pom pudding. You have this one? I have like a Lolita type looking one, which is My Melody. And then like recently, one of my housemates have been buying Labubu outfits just for like random plushies around the house. So I have Chikawa in Labubu outfits now. Kuromi? You have this one? It's just a Sanrio plushie? Fine. I will stop calling them Labubu's. They're just called... They're just gonna be called plushies from now on. Yeah, okay, okay, fine, they're not Labubu's, but here's the thing. In order for me to find this image, I had to search up Sanrio Labubu. Because if I were to search up like Sanrio plushie, I'm not gonna be finding that exact same image. It's different. See, if I search up Sanrio plushie, I won't be able to find it. But if I search up Sanrio Labubu, I'm gonna find it. Or even if I search up Sanrio blind box, I'm gonna find like all different types of blind boxes for Sanrio characters. I need to get ready for the day, so see you guys later. Goodbye, Clock. Thanks for coming. They don't even look like Labubus if I call them that. It's because of the same material. It's like they have the plastic face, right? And then everything else around them is like covered in... Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. I need to show you guys. Okay, this... Wait, hold on. I'm gonna put up a picture of a Labubu. Hold on. How do I save this? Why is it WebP? Don't do this to me. Okay. So this is a Labubu, okay? And if you've seen one before, if you felt one, if you touched one before, its face is plastic, and then like the rest of its body is like a plush, right? Everything else is a plush, and you can put clothing on it. You can buy outfits for this guy. And then, okay, here's the Stitch one. Why is it so small? Get bigger. Here's the Stitch one, and it's the exact same thing. It's a plastic face with like plastic little limbs, arms, feet, hands, whatever sticking out, right? And it's just wearing like the onesie as well. It's the same thing, but one is Stitch and one is like a Labubu. So that's why I'm calling it. That's why I'm calling it Stitch Labubu, because that's exactly what it is. It's Labubu but Stitch. Stitch is better. It is. I agree. I prefer Stitch, and I prefer the Sanrio dolls over whatever this is. Because like, even though I get the appeal of this, right? It's just, this thing is not worth $40 or $500 or whatever people are selling it for now. Like, I could get whatever this is for like, I think this is still pretty expensive. The Stitch ones are like $30, which is why I'm not getting them and I don't collect them. But they're still way better than whatever this is. For someone who does not collect them, you sure know a lot about them. Yeah, it's because everyone around me has them. Because everyone around me has a freaking Labubu, and I see them all the freaking time. And my sister keeps showing off, you know, she only showed it off once. But she has a Labubu, and she like shoved it in my face even though I said I didn't want to look at it. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And if I just search up Stitch plush, I'm not gonna get this image. I'm gonna just get a random Stitch plushie. But if I search up Stitch Labubu, I'm gonna get this. I don't want a Labubu, guys. I don't want one, but I do like Stitch. And there's been like so many. Oh my god, Miniso has like this whole shelf of Stitch now. And it's great. I actually bought one for a friend recently because they're really into Stitch plushies. There's like, oh my god, they're so freaking cute. Okay, let me show you. I thought about getting one myself because they're so cute. Please, no Ark, don't worry. I don't like Labubus. I'm never gonna buy one. Look how cute they are. There's like different types. There's like a regular Stitch. These guys are pretty big, by the way. They're not small. But I remember buying the original Stitch one for a friend because it was their birthday. But man, they're so cute. And they're all around the same size. I want to show you all of them. I really do. Like, what if you were to collect this instead of collecting Labubus? Wouldn't that be great? Like everybody gets their own Stitch instead of a Labubu. I'm gonna show you how much they have. This is from a TikTok video, by the way. Like, look how many different types of Stitches they have. There's a lot more than this, by the way. Okay, these are definitely not Labubis. These are just plushies. These are different. Yeah, right? They're so nice. Here, I'm gonna put it on the screen so you guys can appreciate the Stitch plushies, even though it's like a very, very blurry image. Make it smaller. Less blurry. So yeah, I was rewatching the movie and I was like bawling my eyes out because of how much... I think it's... Okay, as a kid, when you're watching the Stitch movie, you relate a lot with Lilo. Or with Stitch. Probably a lot more with Lilo. But as you grow older, you start relating a lot more with Stitch's... Not Stitch. Lilo's sister? I forgot her name. Because like she's the one dealing with all the responsibilities of taking, like, being the, you know, the main caretaker of Lilo, and then like Stitch now, and then you start, like, you've lived the life of Lilo and you live the life of Stitch trying to like find a family. So it, like, all of the emotions just hit you 10 times more, because then all of the characters become way more relatable. And as a kid, it's hard to grasp all of those feelings yet because you haven't experienced the life that Lilo or Stitch or Lilo's sister has lived yet, and you're like, oh, I'm just enjoying the movie as it is, because, like, you know, there's funny moving colors on the screen and all the characters are cool looking and all of the aliens are cool looking, but you don't really relate. And as an adult, you're like, oh man, now I want to cry. and I did kind of cry my eyes out. It's a really good movie. Sorry, I went on a Stitch tangent just now because I really love Stitch, and I understand why people love Stitch so much. The blind boxes for Stitch are right there when you can enter the store. Yeah, they're just sitting out there. They're just sitting out there. You're right. Maybe like you have a better memory than I do, like that they are smaller than the Labubus. But it's super tempting. I think I'm gonna go check out the store again, just because I'm gonna buy some presents for people for Christmas. I think Miniso is one of the best places to like look for small gifts and stuff. Have you guys seen those DIY projects, like the wooden ones, the bookshelf looking, like the ones that you can just put it on your bookshelf as like a, I don't know what they're called, but they come with all these like small wooden parts, and you put it together and then it turns into a bookshop or a library or some sort. I've always wanted to get one of those too, and I think those would be perfect gifts as well. Like, it's like buying, you know, or building a Gundam, but it's not really a Gundam, it's a bookshop. You have a picture of it? The buildable rooms? Yeah, those ones. Hold on. Let me see if we can find it. I don't know what to search up. DIY room? Oh, okay. The miniature house. They're called the DIY miniature house or book nooks. Why are these pictures so goddamn small? I actually think these would make perfect hand cams. Oh, picture's so goddamn blurry. Wait. I need a better picture for you guys. Why is it tiny? Why is it tiny? Please. It's probably because of Instagram. You guys get the picture though, right? Like, focus your eyes and make it unblurify it in your head. That's essentially what it looks like. This is a baking house. Is what it says? Damn, even I can't read it. Is this better? No, it's equally as bad. Garage workshop. Yeah, DIY dollhouse. And then you could put one of them together and like form a really big house together. But it's like, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's nice to look at. I don't know about the actual building aspect of it because I've never made one of these before, but it does say at the bottom left that it's 14 plus. And so if a 14-year-old can build this, I'm pretty sure I can too. That's how it works, right? That's how the rating works. It's for 14-year-olds. 14 or older. I like the library ones myself, and I haven't seen these ones. I'll show you guys the bookshelf nook ones. The book nooks is what they're calling it. I'm just gonna open this on Instagram and just. Oh, that's really big. Don't do that. Where is it? Okay. Okay. I have the image now. We just have to bring it up on the screen. Here it is. A less blurry version. I had to take a screenshot of this. Oh, thank you for the stretch and hydrate. Hi, Blobby. Welcome in. Sorry, I was like too caught up in the wonders of the book nooks and the DIY doll houses because they look so nice. And so, like, if you guys look at this tiny image, right? You're supposed to shove it in between your books in your bookshelf, so it feels like it kind of belongs somewhere. It's called the book nook. Oh, my back. I feel like I'm on some sort of timer. I'm looking at the time. It's like at 11:59, and then ads are starting soon. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I only have so much time left before I have to stop talking. It's a countdown. How do I snooze ads? Unless they're actually gonna start right now. There you go, snooze. Where's my snooze all button? Whatever. It's fine. One day. This is also another one of those things where I'm gonna wait until I move. Until I keep saying I need to move, but like I haven't moved yet. And when I move, I'm gonna have one of those really nice bookshelves, and I will actually have a place for all of my books, because right now they're just sitting everywhere. I have books everywhere, guys. It's so I'm so unorganized. I don't have spaces for anything. And I'm gonna get one of those book nooks, and it's gonna look really freaking nice. I'm gonna have a whole library. Don't leave us. No, it's too late. I've promised myself I'm gonna leave at 12 to eat. So I will go at 12 and I will eat, and it's 12 right now, so time for food, guys. Time for food. And some of you guys need sleep because it's 12 midnight or past that, 1 a.m. for some of you. Somehow that seems fitting to have a lot of books, right? I have a lot of physical books, and because I like to collect them. This is what I do. I buy a paperback and then I read it and I go, shit, this is a really nice book. And so like the moment I get so attached to a book, I'm like, I need the collector's version or like the hard copy version. So I end up with like 2 copies of every single book, one being in paperback and one being in hard copy, and I never opened the hard copy version, and I just have it sitting on my shelf. I'm weird like that. I'm just strange. And now I have a Kindle, so I just do all my reading on there. And now I don't have to buy like 2 copies of every book. I just read it on the Kindle and I go, oh, do I like this book? Yes, I like it. Now let me buy the physical copy just to collect it. No sleep, I'm arting. You're arting, Moogie? That's fun. I need to art too. I've been a little bit behind. I've been 3 days with no art, no drawing. And for some reason, VGen decided not to give me notifications that people have been messaging me. So I'm getting to some messages like 3 days late, and I'm like, hold on, what's going on? What's going on? I have not replied to anyone. I've been ghosting people, and it sucks. Because I hate it when people do it to me. And then now I'm doing it to other people. Anyways, goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your Sunday, whatever's left of your Sunday. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to play Signalist tomorrow. I haven't decided on a schedule yet. Maybe it'll be something different. And then we'll play Signalist on Tuesday. And Thursday and Saturday. No Sunday. Sadly, you should enjoy yours. Don't be like me. What do you mean? Art's fun. You can enjoy a Sunday. You can enjoy art. Is anyone streaming right now? No! No! Okay. Anyways, bye. 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 Art stream coming back? I don't know. I thought about it. I'll think about it a little bit harder.